Hi, hello there, and welcome to another video with Digital Spy. I'm Matthew Reynolds, Digital Spy's gaming editor, and I'm joined by three others today. Usually it's just Ben. Ben is here.
Hello.
Hello, Ben. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. How about you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm quite excited. We're going to do a tournament today, so we're also joined by two others. Tom Mantle, our video producer.
Hello.
Is that right, video producer, manager?
That's fine. It's best we don't get into that whole sticky subject.
And Simon Reynolds, our movies editor.
Hello. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone. Is everyone, everyone ready for some Pro Evo?
Should we have a FIFA swear jar? Every time someone mentions FIFA, we have to put like 50p in.
Yeah, it should be banned, I guess. I'm saying. Yeah.
I'm up for that. But yeah, we're just gonna to celebrate the release of the game this week. We're gonna play an inter-office tournament, which we did for FIFA. I wasn't here for that, but
I won that one, by the way. In
Yeah.
case anyone forgot, I won.
Reigning champ.
So would you say you're the favourite today?
No,
No?
I would not.
Who was favourite today?
I think it's quite open. It's quite open because like barely anyone, like no one's really played it properly.
Yeah.
So so it's kind of difficult to say. It's whoever can pick it up fastest, isn't it?
Well, I'm gonna put my cards down and say that I used to be a proper Pro Evo player, and I reckon I fancy my chances.
So that means you're the favourite.
Yeah, I'm a favourite.
Self-appointed favourite.
I haven't played it for a few years though, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Pro Evo's apparently changed quite a bit in the last few years. In the same way like FIFA has come on leaps and bounds. I think this has gone a bit more. I was reading a few reviews and people were saying like this year's one is what was the comparison that I read? It was like Pro Evo is more like I don't know, the Spanish league, and FIFA is more like Premier League. It's kind of in terms of its pacing and differences.
I think that definitely.
As someone who doesn't really follow football, I have no idea what that means.
I think that also speaks to the mentality of both games. The Premier League being the self-appointed best league in the world, very much kind of the FIFA stance on things as well, I'd say. So Pro Evo, perhaps the purist's choice.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, it's a much slower game, much more tactical. Yeah, I think that's basically how it's going to go. But yeah, I think we're all playing this the first time today. Well, you and Ben and Simon had a quick go before we.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Only about a few minutes.
Only a few minutes, but enough time to get an edge on us. But yeah, the first matchup, we're just going to do 3 matches. We're going to do 2 semi-finals,
Yeah.
a final, and it's first up. It's Ben versus Simon.
Ben playing as Paris Blue, Simon playing as West Madrid Whites.
What, are we sticking with the same team throughout?
Well, I think we can
That's
change.
the-
I think
we
we
change.
can change it.
Okay. Once I beat you, Ben, I can then change to another team if I like.
So, here we go then.
So why did you pick Real Madrid?
I basically wanted to get the biggest advantage I could. But who I thought possibly might be the best team in the game. Jim Beglin and John Champion. Is this the ITV team, or is Jim Beglin the Sky guy? I can't remember.
Jim Beglin,
Yeah,
I think he might be like, I think he's quite B team.
he's B team.
He might even be Channel 5.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
He's Europa League. He's never seen such glorious matchup as this, hasn't he?
I mean, to be honest, he's not a bad pundit, but he hasn't got the best voice
Right.
for broadcasting. And he wasn't very famous before being a broadcaster, was he, either? So
Yeah.
he's no Michael Owen. But in some
Who
ways,
is?
say that's quite thankful of that fact.
Oh, blinder.
And he's done it. Listen, the
I did not expect that skill to be
Wasting no time.
Maxwell.
Maxwell for me is like,
have a habit of making the
he's a proper Pro Evo player.
Here we are, early
I'll tell you
stages.
why.
He struck
Because
goal.
back in the back years ago, when they didn't have individual player licenses,
Generates the power of the situation.
all the players had like silly names. But like one year, they didn't just like change the names like from Beckham to like Declan. They like kind of gave them all kind of fruity twists. And so Maxwell became House because of Maxwell
I
House
see.
Coffee. And so whenever I think of like the silliness of like, you know, a pro names, that's someone that sticks out of my mind,
Well, I
Maxwell.
wonder if their profligacy will rebound on them somehow. You know, they're very much on the
Oops.
up.
No, didn't mean to do that.
Convert a
Oh.
string of very decent
That
opportunities.
worked out.
Yeah, the names were always quite fun for me when they didn't have the individual names because it was almost like you had to figure out who it was.
The best one was, you know the Colombian goalkeeper, Mondragon,
Oh, yeah.
who played in the World Cup, was like the oldest player to play the World Cup or something. Mondragon.
Yeah.
Mondragon. But on Pro Evo he was called Monraptor.
Nice.
Yeah, so yeah, it challenged the player to kind of think outside the box when it came to sort of editing the team names.
I think there was one point where this was ages ago, probably PlayStation 2, but they tried to get them as close as possible. So you get England with Paul Ince in midfield with just a Y. It's like, who could that be? I'm not quite
Yeah.
sure.
So, how will they
they work this one.
It's always been one of the biggest issues for Bravo, the whole sort of
Oh.
names thing.
Yeah.
And also the sort of how current the kind of rosters are, because they're a much kind of smaller development team and they don't have the same sort of resources that FIFA have. So when you buy Provo, quite often, like the most recent transfers are not on it,
Yeah.
and they have to release a patch to kind of bring it up to date because they just, I guess they didn't have the time to do it before they actually released the game. So I mean, there's always been a bit of a kind of brinksmanship, I think, with the way they've done it. I remember one year, anticipated transfer, they put Hatem Trabalsi on Arsenal squad, only for the transfer never to actually go through. And so when the game came out, Arsenal had Hatem Trabalsi on it, and it was like, why is that the case?
I imagine with this game, there's not going to be the sort of sub-side games and all the options you get with FIFA. Like I don't know about career mode and things like this.
I mean, mini games.
Yeah, it's always the bit of the underdog, I guess, isn't it, Provo, with the
James
when you look at
Rodriguez.
football games. So, but I suppose if you're happy with gameplay, and to be honest, this is quite.
Onside.
I mean, I don't know, it feels very different to FIFA, but I'm still enjoying it. It doesn't feel like
Throw it.
it's a terrible experience.
I was going to say, yeah, how does it compare to FIFA? Granted, you guys played this for what, 5 minutes total? How does it feel already?
You know what? I think just from looking at it,
Upfield.
I think it might even look better than FIFA 15.
Benzema.
When you're playing the actual game, the presentation in the menus and all that sort of stuff, and like the close-ups of the player faces aren't quite good. But when you're in this kind of view, the view that you spend, the vast majority of your time in, I think it looks better than FIFA. I think it kind of looks a little bit less sort of garish, a little bit more realistic.
Yeah.
Thiago Motta.
Is it partly to do with like the uncanny valley? It's like FIFA tried so hard to try and make it as lifelike as possible, that it looks a little bit unlifelike as a result.
Mm.
But I wouldn't say this is particularly like, I don't know, I don't think cartoon is the right word, but I think I've seen like images of player likenesses on Twitter of both games, like doing comparisons and stuff, and Provo has looked a lot more realistic just off sort of those stills. So I think like Provo's definitely gone for the realism angle just as much as FIFA, but I don't know if there's like a stylized sort of twist to one of the games that the other one doesn't have.
Right.
I'm not sure.
It feels a little less sort of high octane than FIFA. I don't know whether there's a difference, but mainly playing FIFA on PlayStation 3. So, and it can go like, you can have massive scoring games and stuff, but this was a bit more controlled, a bit more, it's a bit slow paced.
I feel relaxed.
Yeah, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I think possibly more realistic football depiction.
I think playing FIFA is like watching football on Sky Sports, whereas playing Provo is like watching football on the BBC.
Yeah.
There's less razzmatazz, there's obviously less kind of production value in it, but at the same time, there's quality there that you can appreciate.
It's rarely a problem when that much time is afforded in the penalty.
And also fundamentally, it's still a game of football. And so, whatever the mechanics either game kind of chooses to kind of favour, you get used to it.
Yeah.
And it's to the good games we had.
That was nasty.
Oh, is he going to go?
Should be red. Last man.
That's not the rule though, is it, Ben? Last man is not the rule.
Goal scoring opportunity.
This could see
This will be
them
interesting.
move
No,
even
the
further
Real
into
Madrid's
the lead.
goalkeeper's show is
Just
quite
needs to
strikingly
kick
similar
out
to the
and
Paris
to slot it
Saint-Germain's
home.
outfielder player. Okay,
Oh no! Parried it into the net.
that is not going to ingratiate Iker Casillas to the fans.
Penalties feel different to than on FIFA. I was trying to aim it.
I did actually.
You were trying to aim it, Simon was trying to save it, you both failed. But somehow, Ben, you came out on top. through no credit of your own. But somehow...
I think it's my power. I had enough power on it.
Well,
I deserve some credit for that.
There is a school of thought with penalties that if you just put enough power behind it, you're asking the keeper to do something.
I think based on Iker Casillas' recent form as well, spannering a shot off his elbow into the net is not out of question. So.
No, perhaps another tick for the realism box.
The referee blows his whistle to draw the first half to a close.
I don't think it's been completely one-sided.
Plenty of
I
goals
think you've had
in
your
this
best.
contest.
Are we in half-time?
Is half-time already?
Half-time.
I'll be honest, it's not looking good for me.
It's not looking good, is
No,
it?
I felt better in the warm-up practice, which was not broadcast.
It's interesting to see as well, Ben. You know, when we play FIFA in the office, yours is very much a more counter-attacking, pace-based game.
So the second half kicks
You know,
off.
not seeing the same sort of style coming through. in
No,
Pro.
it's
And so, Simon, you're generally more of a sort of possession-based game.
Modric.
Yeah.
And again,
I think it's the struggle to adapt to. You
yeah.
have to find a different style to play on. Probably,
It does feel different enough that I can't use my tactics on FIFA on this game.
you can't just sprint basically down the middle or down the wing.
Benzema.
Those lots of through balls looking quite useful, though none of them actually led to a goal yet, Simon. Perhaps
I've
sometimes
got to use the pace. I
The
think.
best of crosses.
that's a nice ball.
Playing it through.
Oh, cut out.
Trouble looming, but he's able
Good
to cut
defending
it
there.
out.
Yeah, I'd like to have some proper time with this Provo.
Bale.
Not necessarily because I want to play it,
Cavani.
just to see if it has any of the sort of the quirks that, to me, define the series. The kind of funny J-pop music in the menus, the baffling commentary that sometimes comes into it, which some people hate, obviously, because like some people want it to be realistic, but I quite enjoy it when the commentators say stuff that doesn't make any sense.
There's a certain charm to
Oh,
it,
no.
Again.
which I quite appreciate. But yeah, I think this one's got like licensed music now in the menus.
Oh,
Well, it still has like you were discussing earlier, kind of all the unlicensed names, all the kind of just the characters they have in there. Obviously they're not characters, they're actual players, but yeah, does that kind of like is that attractive to you, or do you find that quite charming, or is that still distracting at this point?
when I first
Still can't aim. I still can't aim.
when I first played Pro Evolution Soccer, I was at college. I had a lot of free time, and so I used to quite enjoy like editing the game and sort of making it right. That was kind of part of the appeal of it in a way. It was like making it your own. Like so there's some glory to be had in kind of making a really good Arsenal kit. But these days, I'm a grown up. I haven't got time to spend like a few hours, an evening, just kind of changing like the kit colours and all that sort of stuff. So I mean, I enjoyed it back in the days, but I don't think I actually have the patience for it these days. I'd probably just go on like the PES fan website and download like the option file. But there are people that do it. So I mean, if no Premier League kits is a problem for you, there are people that can help with that if you can find them.
Yeah, I think Man United is the only Premier League team that's licensed.
Yeah, they always used to have like one or two that would kind of that they'd have like an individual deal with. I mean, I remember actually, because I used to care about these things, reading about the kind of the intricacies of like the licensing of football teams, and there was a reason why like Provo was only allowed to have like one or two licenses for the English clubs, but it seems a bit unfair to me. It seems perhaps anti-competitive that only one game's allowed to one game's allowed to have all the latest teams and names and likenesses, but another isn't. And I mean, there's NBA 2K14, 15, and there's NBA Live, and they both have all the NBA players. So it's clearly something that is particular to the way FIFA licenses itself. But bit of a shame, I think, because that difference between the two of them is a big deal for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And so it kind of it takes away the opportunity for it to be a truly competitive sort of head-to-head between the two. Because when it comes down to it, if you want to play as Tottenham, you're going to buy FIFA.
Yeah. Although I do, as a Villa fan, I do like quite playing as West Midlands Village. It's quite a cute name.
There is an innocence to the Premier League on this that is very much lacking in real life.
Yeah.
So perhaps the Pro Evolution Premier League could teach the real one a few things.
Thiago Motta.
G.I. Redman in the comments asks, is the game any good? What do you guys think?
I think I'm really enjoying it, despite the pace thing is getting dished out to me. I'm quite enjoying
I
it.
was wondering who was leading though, as you, Simon.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I quite like the crossing function on it, because I always struggle with FIFA to even make contact with my team and putting a cross in, but this has been like, this has been a bit different. I've been able to kind of get a few crosses in. And it's, I think it's a nice little function with it. I'm probably playing FIFA very badly and wrong, but this game feels like, you can develop a certain, old school English 4-4-2 wing play style, I think, on this, and it could work very well.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it as well. I mean, I've only played it for about 10 minutes or whatever, but
Ibrahimovic.
I don't know. It's just really solid. It feels different enough to FIFA. And I think it's nice to have.
Balls with
It's
Ibrahimovic.
nice to have some sort of competition as well, because I think it's boring if just the same franchise just, I don't know, runs away with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very much a Sky BT Sport kind of thing, isn't it? And BBC.
I have noticed actually we are playing FIFA less in the office. It used to be a regular lunchtime
Yeah.
thing. Is it, why is that? Is that just because of our schedules, or is that because of the game itself?
I don't think there's that much difference between the FIFAs in general.
Yeah.
I think there's a bit of FIFA burnout in the office as well, because we had like the World Cup edition this year as well, which was pretty shoddy.
Yeah.
And I think the experience of playing the World Cup one has, you know, not maybe soured it, but certainly kind of, I was definitely over FIFA for a while after playing FIFA World Cup.
It's Benzema.
But you know, the new FIFA game is good. You can't say it's a bad
It's
game.
Rodriguez.
Oh,
Can't get a
can't
consolation
even
goal.
get the consolation goal.
It's close.
This is the Champions League mode I'm noticing here. So this is one of Pro Evolution's exclusive licenses. You will not play the Champions League on FIFA if you care about such things.
Yeah.
Most people don't.
James
I
Rodriguez.
don't think that's
It's
sort
not a
of thing.
massive. Yeah.
It's like FIFA's got the licenses that people care about, the Premier League, etc. Pro Evolution's got the Champions League. So I think it's also got like 50 real life managers as well, so you can have like the real Vicente Del Bosque in there,
I love it when you get two teams giving it everything they've got.
which some people might like, but I think
Absolutely.
most don't care. Pretty even game on possession, 50-50,
Yeah.
less even on goals.
Shots on target as well. I'm training a little bit.
He actually completed a higher percentage of passes than Ben, but
Yeah.
couldn't turn those into shooting chances.
Cool. So that's Ben.
So
Versus Simon
Ben
Dunn.
progresses. Simon's
you wanna-
goose is cooked.
Switch seats, Matt, and sit down, or are you?
No, I'm
Okay, stand.
fine. I'm fine. Hovering here. Thank you. Right. Let's confirm that.
Ibrahimovic, man of the match.
Do you want to do team select?
Yeah, I'll select a team. Let's give a run out to a different team.
So do we have international teams in this as well, or is it club?
I imagine so.
Well, we're in Champions League mode. So
Oh,
international
okay,
won't be on
so-
there. But
yeah.
if you wanted to play international, you could back out.
So it is
I couldn't find Dortmund on this.
Man United are. Yes,
Oh, that's
they-
strange.
I think there's some teams in like in other European teams.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause-
I went on there, but I found Bayern Munich, I found Leverkusen, but didn't find
No Dortmund.
my second team.
Yeah.
Effectively.
But yeah, it's weird like how Bayern Munich are in other.
Yeah, the Bundesliga has always been conspicuous by its absence from Provo. I'm not sure exactly why that is, but why am I in this one? I wanted these ones.
I'm gonna give you a fair fight, and
Westminster, okay, I'll beat Atletico Madrid, so I
I think that's an even matchup.
think it is, yeah. I mean,
Any
Champions League finalists against Aston Villa by
Yeah.
another name.
Any particular?
Length of grass. I want to see what you can do for
That's
that.
interesting.
That is, length of grass. I mean, that is funny. Is it going to be a perceptible
Like kind of random.
difference? Random, yeah.
Yeah.
Grass of all different lengths.
As of long and wet.
Long, wet grass. Yeah,
Yeah.
this sounds like a sort of a game that might happen in Aston Villa.
Well, we're at Old Trafford actually.
Yeah, so we're not actually at
So
Villa Park.
That'll do. Let's kick it off.
I'm expecting great things from you, Tom.
Yeah, but I've bigged myself up, didn't I? So I've got to put my money where my mouth is now. I don't rate my chances, I'll be honest. It has been a few years since I played Provo, so
This famously is
putting
known
that
as the
caveat out there,
theatre
get my
of dreams.
excuses
A
in
very
early.
warm welcome to Old Trafford.
West
I'm John
Midlands Village.
Champion,
In the
and
Champions
today's
League.
co-commentator
Yeah, I mean,
is
it could
Jim
happen, you
Begley.
never know.
Hi John, I can tell you,
Pretty
I'm
much,
absolutely delighted to
They
be here.
have won a I don't know if it was called the Champions League.
European Cup.
They did.
Yeah. 82, something like
I
that.
think it was 80 because I'm a Forest fan, and I think Forest was 79-80. Then it was Villa 81, possibly.
Yeah.
Basically, two teams who you never think would win the Champions League, Villa and Forest, won it in very close proximity, which would possibly never happen again.
Well, that's the inequity of the current football model, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like this red ball.
Yeah.
I was at the NFL game at Wembley the other week, last weekend actually, and the goalposts were like neon yellow, and I thought that would work well in football. Actually, they should do that. So if anyone from like football's governing bodies is listening to this stream,
That's a free one.
neon goalposts. That's what we want.
Because there were so many players crowding out that
I felt like they should have had a penalty
something
just then,
very
actually.
special.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say anything. I said I didn't want to sway the referee's opinion. So let's play fair.
Real refs might be a nice little touch for a game like this
Yeah.
as well. Like
I mean, Man United are licensed, aren't they? So Howard Webb.
Howard Webb
licensed
should
too.
be yeah.
Ali Sissoko.
And they'd all have like stats.
Yeah.
I don't know what those stats would be.
Immediacy.
I like the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. The Actually, I remember on one version of Pro Evolution Soccer, I can't remember which one it was. They did have actual referees.
Oh, did they have Kalina?
They weren't. Oh, he was like the face of it.
Yeah.
But he wasn't. I don't know if he was actually in the game. I can't actually remember now. But they did have like selectable referees. They were made up.
Yeah.
But you could select nevertheless from a choice of about 5 or 6 different referees, and some were stricter than others. I remember there was one referee called Marino who was utterly bonkers in terms of his like card choices. There was always red cards in his matches. So I don't know if they still do that, but I actually quite liked that because even though they weren't real referees, you still got a kind of a feel for their character.
Yeah, it's one of those conversations we always come back to is like what kind of dream features would you like in a football game. Like just random things like streakers could be fun.
I just want diving. That's all I want.
Yeah, diving.
Yeah.
All these things come into
Deliberate handball.
I think all
That
these
would be handy there.
I think all these features could be filed under the heading "bring game into disrepute," which I think, especially when it comes to FIFA,
So it is still
they have a
0-0.
vested interest in not doing.
Yeah.
But you know, Konami, they've got no vested interest. So yeah, if you're listening, Konami, kind of novelty features, please. Okay, I did not figure out at all there how to work that free kick system. Perhaps you could say unnecessarily complicated, but
And I gave away
I was a bit
maybe I'm just
confused.
stupid.
good opportunity there. That's a shame.
I was a bit confused by that as well.
Knocks it through.
One thing I'm noticing already, I'd say, is that you don't get that sort of like magnetised ball effect that you get on FIFA sometimes, where all you need to do is really touch the button in the general area of the player and it goes to them. Because I'm trying to place my passes here and doing an absolutely woeful job of it.
Yeah, I'm having to think a lot harder about kind of where I'm going, where the ball actually needs to be.
Richards.
Which is kind of nice actually. It's not like you just kind of ping it around the pitch. You actually got to think about where it needs to go.
Okay.
I don't like the ref in
Griezmann.
yellow.
João Miranda.
That's a
Is that-
that's a core
is that
complaint.
very-
Yeah.
Is that
Specific
Champions League thing?
I've no idea then.
Pattern puts a
No
stop
idea.
to the attack. Guilherme Siqueira.
It's getting in the way a bit
Look
as well.
at that.
That's pretty
It's
smooth.
Mandzukic.
Hang on,
Oh.
hang on about. Has someone put like FIFA controls on this controller?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
Do you want to change it?
I wondered why. I do absolutely want to
Press
change
op,
it. There we go.
Go to select sides, and then go to
Edit personal data.
and then type 1 is what you want.
Type what? Hang on.
Wait.
Type 1 is what you want.
So, hang on. Is this?
Oh, wait a minute.
Is this on your?
Player movement. You want it analog rather than.
Yes. So that's mine. I think you've got to do yours.
Oh, really?
now.
Mine. Okay.
Yeah.
Edit
Wait,
this.
but Matt, do you want Pro Evo controls as well? For your FIFA controls?
Hang on. Mine
No,
says.
Pro Evo
Mine
controls.
says data
Oh.
1.
Yeah, that's.
type.
Oh yes, that's.
Oh, so hang on. What?
So that'd be the same as mine, I think.
Where is it? Where I go?
Type. You already.
I think you're- I think you're
Yes,
done.
no, so really, type 1.
Yeah, I think you're
That's
done.
right.
So that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're okay. Good.
Yeah. Because that's the thing when we play FIFA is that we always go for alternate controls, which is Pro Evo
Pro Evo.
controls.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I didn't realise you were an alternate guy.
No, yeah. I
Oh.
thought everyone in the office was.
I was very confused there because I was thinking, hang on, they've changed the mapping of the slide tackle button, and I suddenly thought, hang on, no, I haven't. Ben Lee's changed the mapping of the slide tackle button.
Hey, it wasn't just me. Simon also.
I like the classic FIFA controls. So I had to change mine.
Heathens.
Well enough.
Yeah. So that's the thing. I always thought everyone in the office used to play Pro Evo. like way back when, and so that was always the default, was going alternatives when playing FIFA.
I think people did, but
Yeah.
it's just one of those things.
They've just
where-
got used to it now.
Yeah.
I was a bit of a Provo sort of loyalist, but this was like, oh god, this was PlayStation 2 days.
Yeah, me too. That's, I did have a last gen
He's looking for
version
his
of
teammate. Here is
Pro
Mandzukic.
Evolution. I probably had
He
like
wants
2
to
or
get
3 of
across
them
in
actually.
from here.
But yeah, I definitely remember the PlayStation 2 days
Ball in
being
early.
like the heyday for me.
Well, what was
Yeah.
required then was
We were
a
saying
bit
before
more
though,
patience.
like
He
Tom,
didn't
that
have to cross it
Provo
forward.
kind of innovated a lot of the stuff that FIFA's since adopted. So like,
Sophia.
was it the through ball and
Moving
playing
forwards.
tricks as well?
Yeah,
So I mean, it's still, you know, I mean, it's a pretty pioneering game. And it's kind of good to see
Sophia.
that
Right, getting
it's still
through that.
going. And
Yeah, it was
I
a
think
case
generally
of good
speaking, you
awareness
know,
too.
having
Wasn't quite
a
matched
strong
by the
Provo
right way
is
to
always
pass.
good
Only needed
for
just a little bit more
FIFA
behind it.
really,
yeah,
because they have innovated quite a lot of kind of good features over the years, and FIFA has sort of worked
Richards.
them and improved them on their own game.
This year, Pro Evo has a kind of what's the Ultimate Team style mode? It's called like My Club, where you sort of create your own team. I think
Richards.
you have cards and you kind of like buy stuff from an online store, that sort of thing.
Right.
Which is part of the reason why our review has been delayed, because I think the embargo lifted earlier in the week, and it's out Friday.
The referee blows
Yeah, we
his
just wanted to wait till the
whistle to draw
servers
the
were up
first
so we
half
could actually
to a
try that
close.
mode. Because
Well,
it does
this
sound
proved a very
obviously very kind of
frustrating
FIFA-esque,
game so far,
but
especially
some
for the
people don't
strikers.
like Ultimate
Nothing
Team
has
for
been
various
created
reasons,
from
so if they
it.
can kind of do their own
Service
spin on that and
extremely
make a stab at it, then that could be quite interesting.
I used to when Ultimate Team was first introduced, I did spend a lot of time on it. But then when the following year's game came out, I mean, you had to start from scratch again. I was like, nah, I can't be arsed.
Yeah.
That's the problem with that, isn't it? Like, I don't want to start from the beginning because, I mean, at least back then, you know, when they first, you know, implemented Ultimate Team, there wasn't much difference between, you know, like 1 year and the next year, really.
Right.
Just like a FIFA game. But the difference is, you you have to start with blank slates. You have to if you had spent your real money on, gold packs, you'd have to, all that money has kind of been wasted in a way because you can't bring that forward.
Mario Suarez.
Yep, no, exactly what I mean. Which is quite surprising that you can invest that much and then. Because isn't aren't there like kind of FIFA points or like EA points that you can kind of carry over on your profile?
Probably.
But yeah, it's not really has any impact on the game. So it'd be very interesting to see how Pro Evo like approaches all that sort of thing. It's obviously incredibly
Oh,
popular.
yes!
I did not expect that to go in at all.
I was hoping for like a traditional 0-0 draw.
A resounding drive. I can't imagine he's
Well,
hit
Aston
any
Villa
better
can't
than that.
score in
Well, the
real
technique
life, so
generates the power
I
in
think
that
this is a fair
situation.
reflection.
Once power is assured, any goal.
Yeah, if I can go for like 1-1, I think that's the best I can go for.
I tell you what, one thing I'm liking a lot so far. Oh, that was nice one.
Top corner.
Keeper can do nothing like that. Sometimes in football games, you think he's got a great goal, and then you see the replay from the other angle, and like the keeper really should have saved it. The keeper had no chance in that one. That was satisfying replay like that.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
The one thing I'm liking about this so far is that the pass button.
They get us
It's
underway.
kind of got. I like the fact it's got a power meter because that I mean, you don't necessarily need to see it, but it kind of is like it kind of gives you an idea of like how to pass, if you know what I mean. Because like you obviously can pick it up just by playing it, but seeing exactly how much power has been applied based on how long you held the button means that you can very quickly and easily sort of adapt your passing to suit it. I mean, and it's got quite a hair trigger on this pass, so like a short tap will still give a pretty good pace to the ball, whereas longer taps are actually really quite hard. Whereas on the other game, on FIFA, you can sometimes, if you're a bit too light of touch with the pass button, you can end up underhitting balls quite a lot. So yeah, liking that.
FIFA also has the power meter as well on passes.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
It doesn't show up like
It's
by
not.
player,
Yeah,
it's
it's on the bottom
left,
left. Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, I think the opposition was pretty.
I remember that when I first started playing Pro Evo, being really hard to adjust the shooting because you have to just really tap it.
Yeah.
I haven't really done enough shots here today, so I can't really
I
tell.
think what we're looking at here
I haven't-
But it
is
seems like it's quite similar. Like you really know you just need to like for a split second.
I had that when taking penalties. Like the first penalty I saw, like, I almost overhit it because it was surprising how quickly the knee step I got.
Yeah, I quite like it because I think like where it's passing or shooting, you have to have like a measure of control. Like if you are quite excited and you know you're about to think you can get a good shot off, you have to still be calm, like just tap it slightly, position it well. Yeah, which I kind of appreciate.
I think it's also similar with FIFA. I mean, I know FIFA is less sort of touchy, but it is still a little bit touchy. Because like people who pick up FIFA for the first time, and I've seen people play for the first time, and they always blast their balls over, or their shots over. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like I'm finding my groove now.
Yeah.
That first half was blighted by control issues.
So here comes the corner.
Oh, I'll overhit this.
How are you finding set plays in general? Because I think there's been a few more free kicks, corners in this game. Is there that kind of the fading?
I'm
Point
not sure
to helpful.
about that. Yeah, I'm not sure about that at all.
It's a bit. It's not very user friendly. I have to say. It takes a while to kind of figure out what the hell it wants you to do. Oh dear.
So it's not a good policy.
Oh,
to step
belting
back
shot.
and admire that. You really have to work together to get to that quicker.
They seem devoid of options, but they have to do something.
I hope Matt doesn't score because in the interest of time, we kind of don't want it to go to extra time or a draw.
I also hope.
I also hope that Matt doesn't.
Yes, Diamond.
Corruption in the office tournament.
Juan Fran.
No, I want to draw. I want to make sure I want to represent Aston Villa.
That.
So
sorry, West Midlands Village.
Who advances if it's a draw? Yeah, we're looking at the stats.
Or just go to like golden goal or whatever. Oh yeah, we
Could
can
you go straight to penalties?
Yeah, that'll do.
Interesting.
Straight to penalties, I think. Yeah, that's fair.
This is like a big if because I don't think I'm gonna
That's such a big
get
disappointment.
anywhere close.
Your goalie's pretty smart though. He made a few decent saves. So let's try and get the hang of this.
Okay, we'll swing one in.
That's kind of getting the hang of it, but not exactly what I planned.
Not bad though.
It created a chance, so better than
Is it
nothing.
this time?
The corner system of FIFA this is really hard actually. I haven't actually scored a corner.
Plays it through.
Oh.
Oh,
Makes his way towards
that was
the
a chance.
penalty area.
Yeah. Surprised myself there.
I think there is a kind of pleasing physicality to this game as well. I think actually. It feels like the players are
Plenty of effort into
are not
corners
just
in
kind of
training.
like,
Out to match situation.
I don't know, they feel like they've got some actual weight to them.
Okay.
yeah. FIFA, that's one thing that FIFA
Raul
actually
Garcia.
improved this year.
Forward it
I felt.
goes.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it used to be very kind of, if you have fast players, that's all you needed.
Yeah, it was quite difficult to sort of keep the ball just using
Sukic.
physicality on FIFA. But
Played into space.
Oh,
Okay.
sealed it.
Tremendous from Raul Garcia.
he's loving life.
Yeah.
It's a comfortable
And why
lead
not?
now, 2 goals.
He's not.
No, good old Garcia.
Given the time and space he
There's
had,
real like
he
crispness
was
the
never
way
likely to
Provo
miss.
looks.
It's really
Yeah.
I actually quite like it.
Yeah, I do too.
Nobody sensed where the danger was lurking, and the finish was
And
made
you know
a lot
the
easier.
licensed teams, they do look excellent. You know, fair play. You know,
Surely now
on
this
that.
match is over.
They do
as a
sometimes look like they don't
contest.
really bother that much with the unlicensed teams, which I suppose is understandable.
It's
But
all over. The referee's had enough.
I quite like how they haven't
There's no escaping
basically there's
it.
kind of no
They've
faff
lost
on this
and
game.
it
Like the
hurts.
crowd, I
How
don't think they're
joyful
particularly
was that?
interested in
I love it
rendering
when you get two
a
teams
visually
that
accurate
do
crowd,
everything
or like, you
they've
know the
got.
whole
They
sort of
held nothing
sponsorship
back.
and making it look like a
Terrific
TV
stuff.
broadcast. I think they just kind of maybe focused on the gameplay,
Yeah.
which I think probably benefit.
Yeah.
So without getting a good look at the crowd down, it doesn't look too bad. But
Yeah. Yeah, it's all kind of like there's nothing to stand out about it. Like it all works as
Yeah.
it is, and it all kind of comes together.
this menu screen here looks vintage. I'm gonna say. That is a no frills menu
Yeah.
right there.
Do you think FIFA's too flashy? Because like I feel it is a little bit, and it's nice to have it kind of simple, and I don't know.
it's very interesting, like the sort of entertainment aspect of football, like the Sky thing that we're talking about, how it's Super Sunday and it's like the most important thing ever, and it's football.
I mean, they have the word
but-
super in it. For
Yeah.
crying out loud. I mean,
Yeah.
how much more ostentatious could it be?
Yeah. But I don't know, I think essentially football boils down to a game, and I think this kind of captures this quite well.
Merseyside.
I hate that
Road.
Leicester's called East Midlands.
East
It's
Midlands.
not.
Yeah.
It is not just Leicester.
No.
What would they do if Forest get promoted?
I don't know.
They have to be
East Midlands red.
blue.
That's
East
what we do.
Midlands red.
Yeah. Man blue.
Man blue. The blue man.
I think I'll be United.
Man red.
Should we just kick off?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, go straight in.
Oh wait a minute, I need to change. Oh, because Matt here went for the rubbish controls. I have to actually change them back to.
Oh shit! Wait, so yeah, well, actually, make sure, because I think Matt edited the profile
Right.
data
Yeah, type 1.
So make sure you don't make sure you don't edit type 1. Because type 1 is just
Data
fine
1.
as it is.
Data 1. Data 1.
So you change the data 2.
So you change data
edit,
2.
and edit data to only, and you should be fine.
Teams
That'll
then,
be-
Manchester
that'll
United
suit.
against Roma.
Looking at
I'm
the
John
data
Champion
32.
and
Data
providing
32,
analysis
just
alongside
for
me
mad
is
people
our
that need
expert
32 different ways to play the game.
Hello everyone. Well, I hope you're looking forward to this.
So what's everyone's
It's
predictions?
gonna be a real cracker.
Yeah.
I don't know.
10-0 to me.
So, here we go then.
Yeah, so for people who just joined us, this is our final. We had 2 semi-finals. So it's Ben versus Tom. And Ben won our FIFA tournament the other week.
Van Persie,
Of a month.
he's on his way.
September, wasn't it, FIFA?
Yeah.
Jeez, yeah, that just seemed like...
Manchester United.
Seems like yesterday.
Big
Time does
chance
fly,
and a
does it
big
not?
But
miss.
Tom is the Pro Evo veteran.
I am a Pro Evo veteran, but
Gervinho.
in the same way that a football veteran isn't necessarily that good at football.
And I feel like we both kind of, progressed with some margin, with some comfort in the end.
Here's
Yeah,
Van
once I
Persie.
found my footing, I
Good
definitely felt like I
interception, just
kind
what they
of
needed.
I had it covered off.
I
Nah,
ain't
sorry.
got that.
No, that's fine. No, I think I'm speaking for you, Simon, here, but I think you both convincingly won the
Yeah,
semis.
that's completely fair.
So this should be interesting.
Well, 2 good chances for both of us so far.
Yeah.
This one
Good chances
probably not going to
in
be
these early
goals.
exchanges. Hopefully
Nah,
an
nah,
exciting
jinxed
game
it.
in prospect here.
Well, probably haven't jinxed it.
Oh, good goal.
Goal! Manchester United.
That was delicious.
That was a
Delicious
teasing
strike.
Well, when you go one-on-one
Wayne
with
Rooney
people,
very
you can't
rarely
afford
called
any
delicious,
indecision. That was
but
decisive.
justifying the tag right now.
That was good. Yeah,
Have
Ben
to wait
1-0
long
up.
for the first goal.
We're pretty happy about that.
Oh,
Oops.
Rooney just made his mark on this match. We're in the 15th minute.
oh dear.
Manolas tried to play it through.
Yeah, it
Oh.
looked like there that he was asking just
Oh,
a
dear.
little too much of himself to try and thread that ball through.
Oh, it's all going wrong.
Vicious, but obviously,
One matter.
And it's a really well taken goal. 2 goals to the good.
Maybe they should
and they're
put you in
sent
charge of the real Man United then.
Afraid that one's down to the goalkeeper.
yeah, his
I don't know, is
instinct
Man
over
United
people
digs
would
still the
struggle
thing,
to
or are
cope
they
with
actually
that,
now
so
alright?
top marks for him following up.
They're not-
it's really
they're not
sharp
doing-
play. It was
oh.
well read. He was a
I think
They
it's
top
everyone
4
else.
yet? I don't know.
They're outside the top 4, I think, but not far off. I think it's just because everyone else is doing so badly.
Yeah, we've seen it
That,
before. That
yeah,
one
not as bad as it
fragile
looks.
scoreline, but now that they have that extra cushion,
I think if they were having this form last season, which to be honest they kind of were, they would be.
Rooney.
Oh, this
man.
is, they're running right.
Another goal.
Is that Wayne again?
Yeah.
Wow.
They lead by
That's an
3.
impressive header
That's
Voluptuous
hair
just
as
about
well.
be that. It
Maybe
was
they're
never
trying.
going
Maybe they're trying to sort of impress Rooney
like that.
when
Yeah.
to design this game. Give him a bit more hair. He'll like that.
Nobody sensed where the danger
He's
was
playing.
lurking.
Rooney's
The
playing
finish was
the
made
kind of
a
form
lot
that
easier,
he
but
plays for Man United when he's looking for a new contract or a move away.
Brace
So-
of goals for him now.
Rarely do we see him play this well.
So it's 3-0 now.
He's going to be England's top goal scorer anytime now.
Anytime now.
He is the 8 or 9 off, something like that.
Which doesn't feel
Getting
right.
it through there. He knew what was coming.
I don't know. I would prefer Rooney, I think, to Michael Owen, who looked at one point like he was going to.
Yeah.
Just I think Rooney's. a
You know
bigger-
what? Michael Owen, the man, is perhaps a dull,
Well, that's a
boring
neat escape.
person. But as an England
Now,
player,
seeking to get
I
that
would
ball in.
I would have quite liked him to have been England's
Oh really?
finest. Yeah, because he cared about playing for England. Probably too much. He cared about more about playing for England than he did for playing for Man United and Liverpool.
Yeah.
Which I think why he never really kind of got on with which is why, despite being a really good player, Liverpool fans don't love him the way that they love Robbie Fowler.
Yeah.
So I think Michael Owen,
The shot.
kind of similar to David Beckham, really, kind of really pull his finger out.
Good
Really. So,
goalkeeping there.
yeah.
Now he'll have to think about the corner.
in support of Michael Owen.
Oh,
Van Persie.
Team Owen.
See, now the problem I'm having in this match is that I didn't really have to do much defending in the first match because me and Matt are both kind of like figuring it out. Whereas Ben has had a couple games in his belt.
Well, a couple was being a little bit generous.
An
One
unfair
and a half.
advantage.
And so he's kind of he's figured out how to basically attack. Well, you know,
What's your strategy, Ben? Are you you're playing this differently to how you would FIFA? You've got a different sort of.
I'm just trying to look for.
Good
Wait a
pass
minute.
through. He's onside.
I'm just trying to look for forward passes. I try not to pass sideways too much. Try not to lose the ball as well. Like whereas with FIFA, you know, I kind of relied on fast casual attacks, which means I lost the ball quite often. But I'm being a bit more conscious about keeping the ball sideline. Because if you've got the ball, then your opponent can't score.
Yeah. How about you, Tommy?
Barcelona way.
How about you, Tommy? Changing like your
To
style
be
a
honest,
little bit, or is it still?
I'm kind of playing it in a kind of headless chicken sort of way. Is my I just don't really know exactly what I'm doing yet. I'm kind of still figuring out some of the controls.
It's Van Persie. He's bursting forward.
So still certainly trying to get a feel for the subtleties of the controls. That's for certain. I mean, on when I play FIFA, my game is quite based on kind of keeping the ball and dribbling, and I haven't got the hang of dribbling at all yet in this game.
I feel like
That
dribbling.
is a foul.
I feel like I've got the hang of dribbling a little bit, I guess. What? That was nothing. See, he's trying to play the ball.
That's me.
Oh, I see. There is a dual element to this.
Or you can curve the ball.
De Rossi.
Oh, I was going to score a goal then.
That was your chance to shine.
That was my chance to shine.
So yeah, 4-0 half time. How are you guys?
I wish I'd stuck with Atletico Madrid, to be honest. I kind of thought I'd go a bit crazy and play as Roma, but they don't seem their formation doesn't seem to be quite as conducive to
So away we go then.
what style I have, which is not a lot, but
Well, you are playing like currently second place in the Italian league.
yeah,
Whereas I'm
but-
playing I've got mid-table Premier
yeah, but
League.
that's not how it works. Come on. That is
Well,
not
to
how
put
it
it
works.
behind, but he'll need to be on his toes again.
When it comes down to it, a lot more Man United fans are going to play this game than Roma fans, and I think the strength of the team will probably reflect that slightly.
Ashley Cole. Just veered off to the right.
The defender was stuck to him like glue. but
Provo, one thing I'll say for it is that it's well, against it rather.
they're committing
Is
a
that
lot of
it's
men
I
forward
don't know
at
if
the
it's
start of the
with
second
scouting
half.
or
They
what,
know
but
that
it's
this
always
is
been a
an
bit
important
perhaps
time.
stuck in the past with the way it kind of ranks its players. Quite often, players who have kind of shown some decent promise in real life don't really get a bit of a short kind of thrift from the Provo kind of stat makers. They don't seem to sort of redo them quite as much in between years as well. So players that are kind of good stay good for quite a long time. Oh
Oh.
dear. Yes, won myself a goal kick. Have
It's a
it.
goal kick.
That was well thought.
It was well thought, wasn't it?
It's just like small victories. Small victories will add up into a lot.
Yeah.
Eventually.
I mean, they need to, quite frankly, because I've hemorrhaged 4 goals without really any resistance at all. I just don't have, just
Here's
not getting
Van
the hang of
Persie.
pinging, really.
You tackled there.
I did tackle there, though, yeah, that's true. I look at this. This is what I think can only be called described as a marauding run.
Pjanic. Van Iturbe.
That was a shame. I'd like to have seen that reach its man.
Van Persie. Oh,
Now look,
wow.
I really kind of made an effort there, thinking like Ben's just going to through ball here because he's just really figured out the fact that you can through
that's
ball,
clever from him.
and so I really tried to cut it off, but just did not have the skill to be able to control that player.
Too fancy. Was that more shots on goal for Man U then?
The idea
Yeah.
was there.
That makes
Execution
sense, right?
wasn't.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, sorry, I got completely mixed up with the teams.
Trevino.
Oh.
A chance.
Oh,
Trevino.
the jinking run.
Roma.
Very
Big
nice.
chance
Trevino.
and a big miss.
Undervalued, I reckon,
Ashley
from
Cole.
Arsenal.
He's
If you let
going
him
on
go
his
to
own.
waste, he's a better player than he was when he showed.
He has done quite well at Roma,
Manchester
hasn't he?
United.
And he was good. He was good at
Making
before he
any
went to Roma.
changes.
Before we went to Arsenal. And he's good now. He's left Arsenal. So clearly, it was something wrong with Arsenal, and not something wrong with Gervinho.
Van Persie.
Oh.
Van Persie. Pjanic.
I'm actually disappointed that I've not scored more than 4.
Was it 4-0 at half
That's,
time?
that's because you are greedy.
Yeah.
Totti.
I'm still pushing for more goals.
Now Totti. Played into space out wide.
I'm still whilst you're pushing for more goals, I'm pushing to figure out exactly what Van does wish.
Pjanic has teed up this corner.
Not got that on corners either, have you?
No.
Forward it goes.
That whole kind of mechanism
Rooney.
is difficult to kind of
Darren
fathom at the
Fletcher.
moment. I'll be honest.
A long ball into space.
Hey, I figured out that.
Another small victory for you.
Ashley
Yeah,
Cole.
yeah.
Gervinho. Dying
It was a lot
corner.
better than last time I tried to cut out a through ball.
The opposition posing a few questions, but he's able to intercept.
Oh, yeah, I seem to figure out how he did the lofted through ball as well. That seems to be doing pretty good.
It's been effective sometimes.
De Rossi.
I've forgotten some. Yeah, it's been a
Here's
while.
Van
It has been
Persie.
a while since I played Pro and I have forgotten the controls. Been reconditioned to the FIFA way of things, I think, perhaps.
Rooney. Chance.
Oh,
Van Persie.
Too easy.
it is too easy.
There it is.
He's happy with that.
They really have
I am.
taken them apart now.
Yep, as is Ben.
Given the time and
5-0.
space he had, he was
So we're coming to our closing minutes. What?
It's almost criminal to
Some
see a
concluding
defence
thoughts.
fail to
Someone
identify
in the
someone who
Twitch
thrives
chat
when it comes
said,
to shooting
it's
stats.
Philippe,
They knew
asked which
that
football game do you prefer this year?
they've paid the price
It's a bit hard to say just yet because
I've not played enough
obviously
of Pro Evo.
I've played
really.
a lot of FIFA so far and not a lot of Pro Evo.
He plays it
But
through.
you know,
But they are quite different games.
they are very different
Keeper's got
actually.
it.
They're very different, a lot more different than they have been in some
Van
years.
Persie.
But this game feels like I feel like I want to get good at
He
this,
was well positioned. Good
and so I
defending
think that's a
there.
positive thing.
Yeah, for me, I don't play a lot of FIFA, and obviously I haven't played a lot of Pro Evo. But I played enough FIFA where I kind of like I know what to expect.
This
And
feels
that's-
With Totti.
yeah, this feels kind of more nuanced and perhaps a bit more
Trouble looming.
sophisticated in
He's
a
able to
way.
cut it out.
It feels like there is some mastery that needs to be done.
Yeah, so I wouldn't mind putting some more time into Pro Evo this year and just giving it a go and seeing what I can do. Which is probably a lose many times. But at least maybe I can lose with a goal
Tearing through the
Yeah.
defence
on my
almost at
side, which
will.
would be
How
quite
joyful
satisfying.
was
I
that? I love it when you
So
get
I
two
think,
teams
you know,
giving it
that
everything
very-
they've got. They held nothing back.
Not very kind
Terrific
of
stuff.
not very kind of solid answer to that question on the whole. I
Yeah.
think
But-
at the moment, you know, FIFA.
Yeah. But it's interesting. Like it is, you can tell it's that different from just a fairly short amount of time spent with it, which is
Had more possession than you, Ben.
That hasn't changed from FIFA then.
That hasn't changed yet.
Ben as the victor. What do you think?
I really enjoyed it.
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
But no,
Would
this
you have
is-
enjoyed it if, for example, you had lost 7-4 like you did in our match the other night on FIFA?
I think it's a really solid football game, you know, and I wouldn't mind playing more of it. I feel like FIFA is probably a bit more accessible. I reckon.
It's got that pick up and play sort of factor to it, hasn't
So
it?
like, so people like other people in the office who aren't really massive like football game sort of fans, but like to like just kick about and mess about, then that's probably the one that we'd probably put in.
I think if you were a kind of complete like football game novice, this would be pretty hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is for like the football game purist, isn't it? I think. Like if you
It is one
If you want
for
a bit
purists. Yeah.
Yeah.
bit more finesse and stuff, I think. Yeah.
But even though, you've had a little bit more practice than everyone else. Even still, you still won convincingly your 2 games. Like you seem to get on with it a lot quicker than everyone else did.
I guess it's just adapting to the game, isn't it? Like the quicker you adapt to a game, the better you'll be sooner, isn't it?
Yeah. So you're just generally better than us, Ben.
On football games. I'm not claiming that I'm great at other games, as we've seen in other live streams.
Yeah. That's,
So
but yeah, I think you're pretty good all round. But I think it was quite a good quite a good little tournament there.
I did
So-
more interceptions as well. 13 interceptions to your 8.
Last practice I had the ball. I
I had the ball
that's
more.
True, that's true, actually.
And I completed
Pass
more passes.
completion.
I stuffed you in on interceptions.
More corners, more free kicks.
Yeah. In fact, I think I should have won. Looking at this stat sheet.
Except for the shots, which is quite a key one.
Yeah, shots. Meh.
Cool.
I'm from the Arsene Wenger school of tactics. Shots are important.
But yeah, that's our tournament over. I should probably wrap up. Thank you everyone for joining us for this tournament. It was good fun. Yeah, that's about it. This is Provo or PES 2013, as I think it's officially known as now.
PES, yeah.
There's no Provo in the name, and it's out on pretty much all the consoles. I think it's its first next gen PS4, Xbox One debut this year. Which probably explains why it's kind of finding its feet in some areas, maybe with the presentation and stuff. So it'll be encouraging to see where it kind of goes in future years as it kind of
Yeah, definitely.
finds its feet. But yeah, it's out there on those consoles. PC's out now pretty much on in Europe and North America. And yeah, that was it. You can follow us on Twitch at Digital Spy UK. We do a stream every Wednesday 1 PM, and also other streams throughout the week. Like because November is so busy, we're doing extra streams like this today. So. Yeah, be sure to follow us and then you'll know when we're not only tweeting on Wednesdays, so that's cool. But yeah, Ben, Simon, Tom, thank you very much for joining us.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you for letting me be everyone.
Yeah, it's point to point out that we did let you in, Ben.
Yeah,
we know that you care more than us, so we thought, go on, let Ben have it.
I
We can drop the
appreciate it.
facade now. Yeah, we just
Yeah.
basically we just put the controllers down, let you run wire, and that's fine, Ben. We're okay with that.
Thank you.
But yeah, thanks everyone for joining us, and we'll see you again very, very soon.